Assalamu alaikum, I'm Abdul Haseeb, and today what concerns us are the six thinking hats. What is your instinctive approach to decision making? What is it? If you're naturally optimistic, then chances are that you most probably do not consider potential downsides. And similarly, on the contrary, we have the other side. If you are on a risk averse outlook or you see things from a negative perspective, similarly, you're not looking at the opportunities that could open up. Often the best ways, the best techniques to look at any problem, at any situation, at any celebration, at anything is to look at it from different angles, from different perspectives, from different viewpoints. It is. And obviously, what concerns us earlier, the six thinking hats, they are certainly the hats. They are certainly six colors, six hats that you'll be wearing. And they're no ordinary hats. This is the thing that's different from any ordinary hat. They are colorful, right? But they are no ordinary hats. They're decision making techniques. They're your initiatives, they're your viewpoints, they are how you take things. You're either optimistic or you have a risk averse outlook. And the six thinking hats technique, it mostly applies in group situations where people look at different things from different angles, but one at a time to avoid confusion. Because if you're looking at a thing from different angles at the very same time, you're probably not giving each angle the priority that it deserves. You're not giving each angle the time, each perspective, the right they deserve. And that is why you need to take one hat at one time. Because each is a different thinking style. So six hats, six colors, six thinking techniques. And we'll start with the most dull one, with the most complete black one, but it's the most interesting. The white hat, the first hat is about something that you already have. You look at information, you look at the things, you look at the possessions that you already have. You analyze the past trends, and most importantly, you learn from them. You learn what you can see. That's the most important part of this hat. And certainly when you learn something from it, there are courses of action that you embark. There are. So, the white hat, the first hat takes opinions, takes perspectives, takes angles from only those things that you already possess, that you already have, that you already require. And that's that, obviously. The second hat, the red hat, we have a next color. The red hat, what does that mean? Wearing the red hat means that you look at the problems, you look at the situations with your emotions. You take initiatives, you take an approach through your gut reaction, through intuitions. This is what it means to wear a red hat. And not only this, you're not just considering your emotional intelligence, your emotional stability, your emotional conditions. That's not it. You're also looking at others. You are certainly considering that how others would react emotionally, how others would respond. And you are considering the potential downsides and the potential outcomes. You are considering them. That you're looking at those people who do not fully accept your reasoning, and you are perceiving how they would emotionally react, what their intuition has to say, what their gut reaction comes out. You're certainly looking at that, and that is what it means to wear the red hat. The black hat, the black thinking technique, it's just as tough as the color, just as bold as the color sounds, as dark as the color is. Here, wearing the black hat, wearing the black hat thinking technique means that you are looking at a decision. You're looking at a decision that you've made, but you're looking at it negatively. You're looking at a decision's negative outcomes. Precisely. You're you're cautious about it, you're defensive about it. This is precisely. But even more briefly, you're watching why, just why it might not work. This is that you're wearing the black hat, that you're thinking this technique. You're seeing that just why this reasoning supports that this might not work. And as it sounds, the black hat thinking technique is more tougher, more resilient than all the other thinking techniques, than all the other hats, than all the colors. You're considering that what if this happens? There is a possibility of this. Certainly, I can fail. Certainly, this can downturn, this can turn upside down. You're considering the negative outcomes of any decision that you take. It could be also any emotion, any gut reaction, any intuition that you've made. Any one of them. Well, you have the black hat with you, but what about the yellow hat? It's on the contrary, on the different hand. It's about optimism. You're optimistic. Again, precisely what you consider over here is a decision. A decision's optimistic outcomes. A decision's good outcomes. A decision's value. That is what precisely you find in it. The true benefits that it offers. That's what the yellow hat is. And personally, it would. If you think that it can, it will. It's just a matter of belief. It's just a matter of thinking. And when you know that this or this could happen, there's only the green hat that helps you. The green hat, what does it mean to wear the green hat? It means creativity. It represents creativity. This hat is the hat which helps us develop different solutions to different problems or any one specific problem. It produces different angles, different perspectives, just to consider only one problem. And you will explore new creativity tools once you wear this hat, once you consider this thinking technique. And our last hat, our last thinking technique is the blue hat. The blue hat is worn by certainly someone, for example, who chairs a meeting. Everyone is often experienced through this. And the person who chairs a meeting, if he's running dry of ideas, certainly he would direct to the green hat. Certainly, for creativity. And if he's going to eliminate or alter the weakness points of a decision to prepare the contingency plans, he is directing towards the black hat. The blue hat is the most strongest of all. It chairs all of the hats. Now, certainly, all this is of 6 hats, 6 colors, 6 techniques. But what is it like when you actually put this into situations? What is it like? Now, let's just consider an example. An example that consists of all the 6 thinking techniques, of all the 6 colors, of all the 6 thinking hats. For example, we have a company, a property company that proposes to build a new building for an office block. The we could say the conditions are that the economy is good, but the unoccupied spaces, they are just spanned up. They're snapping out. That's that. But when they come to the decision making process, the directors of that property company, they consider the six thinking hats. Now, the first hat, the white hat, they analyze the data they have in front of them. They analyze it. What do they have in front of their economy? It's good? Good. The economy is going good. But spaces, the available spaces, that is less. They analyze that because it's in front of them. They see that the available space is less. They calculate that till when a new office block could be built, the available spaces would be a short supply. It would be. Certainly that is something that you analyze of what's in front of you, or either it's behind of you, but you know it. The thing is that you know it. Certainly then there are other directors sitting in the room. There are, and they're wearing the red hat. They're wearing the red hat, and they propose that this proposed building that we're building is gloomy, is ugly. They propose this. This is their proposition because this is their intuition. This is what their emotions express. This is what their inner self explains to them. Because they feel that the customers, the buyers who would come over here, they might find it, uninspiring or unconditional to apply for it. This is their intuition, this is their gut reaction, totally to the red hat. Because they're considering, obviously it's their emotion, but whose emotion are they expressing? They're expressing the response of the customer. They're wearing the red hat. Then again, there are more people in the room and they're wearing the black hat. They're considering the potential downsides. That, okay, the economy was good, but what if the economy is about to experience a downturn? What if the economy climate is about to go stormy? What if? And if that happens, certainly this was a decision that they had to build a new office block, but if the economy has a downturn and if they've built the building, obviously it would be either partially occupied or not at all for a very, very, very long time. And what does that depict? That depicts a failure. Certain failure. So they have considered the potential downsides. That this decision could also lead to this. But if we are considering the potential downsides, we also have to be optimistic. The yellow hat possessors, they optimistically think that no, this building could. This office block could grow. It could develop. It could be successful. There could be tenants who could actually buy each and every apartment or any space there is to that building. Because they're sure, they believe that if they put in that effort, certainly the outcome would be something better. Right? If there's a potential downside, there is also a potential upside. There is. And then creativity. Creativity creates it all. If there's no building, there are no hats, there is no decision-making process, there is no thinking technique. And the green hat directors, what do they propose? They propose that they could either make the building infrastructure more attractive, more appealing. They could redesign it. They could